who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides.
Conte. That is good alertness. Pedri. And it's De Jong.
Oh, good spread.
Dani Olmo. Distributed tidily. That's a good ball out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Great vision. And he cuts out the supply.
It has been a rather gentle affair so far.
Yamal.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
He's picked his way through.
Chance!
Loose ball now.
And it's come back out to him. Superb from Lewandowski. A finish of true class.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now he's off and running. De Jong. And it's Pedri. Well timed, excellent interception.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Thuram.
Mbappe!
Dani Olmo.
Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Now it's Thuram. Now it's Dembele. Pinches it off him. Pedri.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark.
Tries to pass it through.
He's in plenty of space here. Up he goes!
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Upamecano tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's being urged to shoot. And that's an excellent interception. Balde. Rafinha. Dani Olmo. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
De Jong out to the right.
Now it's Yamal. Thuram. That is Conte. That's an imaginative pass. Dink through. And that should get the job done. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Pedri. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Great ball, and he's in here. He's free, he has got space. Very nicely done. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 7. Lascia il campo per il numero 11.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Mbappe. Shot could be on. De Jong. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Conte. France different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
That is Conte. Pass is just off target. De Jong. Yamal. Now that looks a decent ball. Dani Olmo. Araujo. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo. And he's had it nicked away. Thuram being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Played into the middle. Al Kubasi is there, and he can get that clear. France still trailing by one, and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Camavinga. Time and again they are repelled. 60 minutes played. And he plays one through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And it's Digne. Chouameni. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Kante. Opts to play it back.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6, numero 25. Lasciano il campo per il numero 12.
Koundé.
Il numero 26. Attenzione,
France,
una
perhaps
sostituzione.
has a shot! Just off target.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 3.
France
Viene
making another
sostituito
change
con il
here.
Numero 22.
Koundé. France are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Now it's for Fana. And Koundé. Probing pass.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Now it's Rashford. Koundé makes the interception. Can he get onto this? Oh, that's fabulous. Crossing. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Lewandowski. Aims beyond the defence. Yamal. He is through here. Yamal. Oh, nice touch. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just
oh, terrible! He's having a shot! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's
Lewandowski! And that is wildly off target. Koundé. Thuram is herring after that one. And it's Lewandowski. And it's lofted through here.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Lewandowski. Rashford receives it in a good position here. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score.
Rafinha! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. It's not an especially good pass, that. And we're done. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
Araujo and Balde, Dani Olmo, and it's Pedri, De Jong, and it's Olmo, and this is Lewandowski, and here's Yamal. He's beaten the last man. And they're back on the ball again. Dani Olmo
Showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Conte. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. And here's Lewandowski.
Koulibaly. Now it's Thuram.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Chance for a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Well, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. It's their second corner of the game. Oh, what a climb!
No, not the best of headers.
So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Yamal.
Now it's Dani Olmo.
De Jong.
Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Now it's Mbappe. Tchouaméni. And he's forced to go back. He has found the way through. Look at the stick chance!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
Yeah, and I don't think there was much wrong with his vision nor his decision-making. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. De Jong. And this is Lewandowski. Tries a deft little ball.
Great chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now that's well seen too. Now it's Mbappe. Now what about a counter-attack? Good ball over the top. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. De Jong looking understandably energised after his goal. 5 minutes till the break. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Koundé's cross. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Koundé receives it in a good position here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Yamal driving forward. He's well positioned here. He's had a shot! Goal! France are back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
There's the whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And so we're off again. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he plays one through, and he's managed to get free. Delivery from... He rises! Goal! France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
France go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Now it's Thuram. Tries to play it through. Thuram! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Pedri. This is De Jong. Dani Olmo. And it's Olmo. And it's Pedri. And it's Balde. Pedri. This is De Jong. Spread out to the left. That is good alertness. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Rabiot.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got...
Shoots! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Colomboani might just make this. Dani Olmo. And it's Balde. Barcelona finding their passes. De Jong. Threads one in. Oh, well played. Oh, nicely intercepted. Koundé. Yamal. This might spell danger. No, that's been intercepted. And he's lost his man here. Good ball, good take. Now it's Thuram. Mbappe. Pedri. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Played out to the right. He is through here. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Numero 14, numero 8, numero 4. Lasciano il campo per il numero 6. Il numero 26, il numero 15.
No, he didn't quite meet him right. And here's Rashford. Ferran Torres.
Such good technique.
He's found a way through. Kante did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Camavinga. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's had a hit! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Mbappe. He's gone for goal!
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Camavinga. Now it's Thuram. Pinches it off him. He came in hard, very hard. France looking to pass their way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Looking for options for movement. It's a goal kick. De Jong. Now it's Rafinha.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's picked his way through. And that is that. France have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement. Colomboani! In he goes again!
France definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get on the end of this? Danny Olmo, Yamal, De Jong. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this fella, Alejandro Balde, is a defender who's been coached in the ways of the beautiful game.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. An instinctive delivery. Well, that has been knocked clear. Pedri. De Jong puts his foot on the gas. He's shifting through the gears here. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Conte is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he was alert to it. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Aimed beyond the defence. Now this could be a chance. And here's Colomwani. De Jong. Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Koundé. And that has left him in a heap. De Jong. And he was quick to react. Now it's Mbappe. Played into space. Balde. Pedri. And it's Olmo. And Rafinha. And it's Pedri. Now it's Kante. Threads one in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Balde. Balde takes control of it and he's on the move. Balde. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Looking for the run. And he plays one through. Colomwani. Tries to pass it through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Can he get it through? Thuram. Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mbappe. And he's certainly onside here. Camavinga flings it across. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lewandowski. Oh, good spread. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Camavinga. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
France clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Yamal. He's picked his way through. Shot could be on. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Araujo. Pedri. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He's got away. Real chance here. Yamal! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Lamine Yamal really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
Upamecano attempts a clearance. Thuram is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Lewandowski. Yamal is onto this. He is through here. It's a good foot in there. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Mbappe. And it's Conte. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Balde. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Yamal. No, he's not getting his way this time. Whistle's gone, that's foul. It's a good 35 yards out, this. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Decent hit from there. Thuram is herring after that one. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. He's one-on-one, surely! And the shot! And yes, it's there! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Thuram, and he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 14, il numero 7.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Il numero 19.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision. That's what the wall's there for, Peter. That's good work.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. France have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dembele.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Guendouzi, he's on it, can he get away? Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 10.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
It's Hernandez. Now it's Rabiot. Guendouzi. Dembele. Guendouzi. It's out for a goal kick. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
France finding their passes. The final 5 minutes.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's managed to get free. Well, we always look the favourite there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rabiot.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Rabiot. Hernandez. He's got away. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rafinha, who's set up one goal so far. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Mignon claims comfortable. And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I enjoyed that, Peter. Both teams went about their work in a really committed manner, and for me it just always held an interest.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Liverpool going eyeball to eyeball with their rivals one more time. A day for parading of colours, a day for pride, a day for partisanship, perhaps a day for personalities who will prevail over what could potentially turn into 90 minutes of bedlam. It's time we ask that age-old question again: who is going to come out on top this time? Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. So it is time to let them at it.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game and not this.
And the shot!
Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that.
He's tried one! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Haaland. And he's straight offside. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fella, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And here's Foden, and he's on his way! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Guardiola. Out to the left it goes. Foden. No foul, says the referee. Neither side yet able to find the net. It's a searching pass. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Haaland. Robertson makes the interception. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Knocks it out wide. Doku gets a foot in here. Could move up a gear here. And it's Bernardo Silva. Doku looking to play him in. And this is Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! And he's done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? Now he's off and running. Szoboszlai, played out wide, back into the middle, and here's Gakpo. Spread it left. Cross from Robertson. Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Rodri. And it's slung out wide. And it's Salah. McAllister. That's a good ball out wide. Frimpong gets into some space. And the shot! That's another chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Gomez. Reinders. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Robertson.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply. There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now it's Haaland. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And no, that was never going to make it. Doku has created one goal already. And that's a throw-in. No way through, so back it comes. Gakpo. Passing nice and neat. Lewis calmly anticipates. Reinders.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di
Szoboszlai.
recupero.
Throw in. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Foden has been caught there, it's a foul. This looks promising. Climbs up big! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And the first half is done. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it's Frimpong. That has ended up in no man's land. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's well spotted. Isak. Frimpong. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Doku wins the duel this time. And he's whipped it across. A header! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. And it's Rodri.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
L'affluenza di
So we've reached the hour mark.
81.007 spettatori.
Guardiola. And it's Reinders. Ake. Lewis. Oh, cracking ball. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And it's Rodri. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Isak. Mohamed Salah could try cutting inside here. And he's there to get it away. In once more. Rodri. Oh, super ball. There's the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Played into the box. That's a decent clearance. Nicely aimed pass. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Reinders. Liverpool do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And Reinders. Marmoush. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Guardiola cuts it out.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Frimpong. McAllister. Nice looking ball. Nicely worked.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's picked it up out wide. Savinho's cross. Tries to get it clear. Passes short and tries a shot!
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 17, il numero 3. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Gravenberg with the clearance. Can he finish? Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique. Frimpong.
Now it's Isak. He's away.
Endo.
Receives a chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Liverpool have their second corner now. Robertson, who's short, tries to cut. Gakpo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. And the shot! Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Robertson actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, there's the clearance. Savinho. There will be 4 extra minutes. Now it's Doku. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as you
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Unmistakably, the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Reinders. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Thuram! Decent hit and on target. France with the corner. They're first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hernandez. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, delightful ball. Haaland is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Reinders. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
And it's Reinders. Foden is in a good position here. Foden showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Thuram is onto it in a flash. Hernandez. Oh, good-looking ball. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Reinders. There they go, hunting in packs. Haaland. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Haaland. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Now it's Dembele. Spread out to the left. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Tchouaméni gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Dembele. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Can he get it through? And he's on his way! Plenty chance, surely! And he's there to clear it.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the... Shoots! Off the post! That has not gone well. And he's in on goal. Can he finish? Goal! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And it's Dembele.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Stood up well to him there. Rodri. Lewis. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Gives it back. And it's Reinders. Reinders. Looking tidy in possession here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. He's having a go. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. They get a throw in. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Reinders looking to play it into the box.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
And it's Lewis. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That is good alertness. Ruben Dias. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Camavinga. Good purposeful running this. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Looking for options for movement. Overhit and out of play. Well, poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And it's Rodri. Foden tries a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
It's a sharp pass. Dembele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real. He's having a shot! He scored! France are back on level terms.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
France grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So once again, we're underway. And he's intervened well there. And that's put paid to a promising move. No, he's not getting his way this time.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Foden. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now, what about a counter-attack? He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Mbappe. Rodri. Chance here to counter. Tries to play it through. And the shot's on here. Oh, Waters. And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Foden at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Decent chance! Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. And the finish! And that is quite wonderful! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
And look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Kante. Nicely weighted ball. It is a corner. France have their second corner now. And he's managed to get rid. And it's made its way to him. Dembele. Camavinga. France awarded another corner.
Sostituzione per la Francia.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Il numero 14, il numero 24. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Savinho can get it clear. Oh, terrible mistake. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And this is Marmoush. Doku. There's the shot! Yes! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, well played. Marmoush.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
The searching ball out wide. Savinho providing an outlet on that flank. That's a decent clearance. Crossed in one, big header! No, he can't turn it in. Stones. It's a smartly directed ball. Mbappe won't just make this. Doku. Kante with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And that has left him in a heap. Thuram was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, he really got hold of that. Ruben Dias. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Doué. Mbappe! That has ended up in no man's land. Gonzalez.
Ci saranno 5
Kovacic.
minuti di recupero.
5 minutes to add. Doku. And that was very necessary. And they're quick to get it back. Doku, who's set up one goal so far. Now, can they get him away? Oh, perfectly measured. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things...
And that will be it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless.